All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever wondered what really separates a good singer from a true chart-topping artist? You'd probably think it's all about hitting every single note perfectly, right? But what if I told you that the one thing so many singers chase, absolute perfection, is the very thing that can kill a hit record? Yeah, that's the producer's paradox. So what's the secret sauce then? If it's not flawless pitch or perfect timing, what are the folks who actually create hit records listening for when an artist steps into the booth? The answer? Well, it might just flip everything you thought you knew about what makes a great singer.
I mean, you gotta understand, the stakes in a recording studio are incredibly high. Frank Greenfield, a producer who's worked with legends like Beyoncé and Usher, he puts it so bluntly. It's not just about a paycheck. He says you have a responsibility to the song, to the art, and to the person who's gonna listen to it.
And that sense of responsibility, it leads us right into what we call the producer's dilemma. It's this problem that pops up in studios all over the world, day in and day out. Here's the deal. The music industry is flooded with singers who can hit every note with surgical precision. They've been coached to be absolutely flawless. But when they get behind the mic and sing, there's just nothing there. It's like a beautiful, perfect, empty box. And you can just feel the frustration from producers. Steve Fansler, the music director for the triple platinum group Exposé, tells this story about a singer who was so careful, so afraid of making a mistake, that he had to stop and ask, "Where's your soul? Just feel it, let it out." And that's the hard truth. That's the limit of all our fancy studio technology. Producer Arizona says it himself. You can tune a note, you can add reverb, you can polish a performance, but you absolutely cannot manufacture genuine emotion. The feeling, the soul, that has to come from the artist. You can't auto-tune a soul. Okay, so if chasing perfection is a dead end, then what's the answer? Well, this has led to a radical new way of thinking about vocal coaching, one that's championed by Coach Brad Chapman and, as you'll see, backed up by the best in the business. And the difference is just night and day. On one side, you have traditional coaching, which is all about being rigid, technically perfect, and singing all by yourself in a practice room. But on the other side, you have this radical approach. It's all about emotional delivery, authentic feeling, and crucially, collaborating with the team in the studio. This totally redefines what being a great singer even means. Vocal coach Brad Chapman points to someone like Taylor Swift. Is she the most technically perfect singer in the world? Maybe not. But is she an incredible communicator? Absolutely. The real goal isn't perfection. It's making the audience feel what you're feeling. And listen, this isn't just some nice theory. This philosophy is exactly what you hear from the producers who are actually making the hits you hear on the radio. Grammy winner Matthew Shell just cuts right to it. It's all about the feeling. A song is an experience. Years from now, you won't remember every single word, but you will never forget how that song made you feel. Goosebumps. That's the stuff that lasts. And Grammy-nominated producer Corey Jacobs says that connection, it's instant. You know that feeling, right? A song comes on, the singer opens their mouth, and within 2 seconds, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm in. That's because they hit a nerve right away. So the takeaway here is that top producers like Steve Fansler have literally learned to let go of perfection. They'd rather have a real, authentic performance, even with a few rough edges, because they know that is what's going to reach the soul of the listener. And if you were to look at this visually, it becomes so obvious. Sure, you can measure technical perfection. You can measure perfect rhythm. And yeah, they're important. But when you chart what actually makes an audience connect, emotional impact isn't just a little bit higher. It's like off the charts. It's everything. So if emotion is the what, then how do you get it? Especially in a super high-pressure studio. Well, it all comes down to the art of collaboration. As producer Ma Hotep breaks it down, the biggest challenge is just getting the artist to get out of their own head. They're so busy judging themselves that they can't let go. That's why the secret ingredient to a great vocal take is trust. Trust in the people around you. So what does that trust look like? It's really 4 simple things. 1, Be prepared. Know your song backwards and forwards. 2. Trust your team. Let the producer and engineer do their thing. 3. Let go of being perfect. Focus on the feeling. And 4, maybe the most important, serve the song. It's not about your ego, it's about the music. In the studio, it all comes down to this. There is one goal, just one. Everybody in that room, the artist, the producer, the engineer, is working together to make the song as great as it can possibly be. That's it. Everything else is secondary. When that happens, magic happens. And that brings us full circle, doesn't it? This whole radical coaching idea from Brad Chapman isn't just about singing better. It's about training artists to become the ultimate teammate, the exact person that every top producer is dying to work with. And the proof is right there. It's undeniable. You have Frank Greenfield saying he literally sends singers to Brad Chapman. You have Arizona confirming that Brad's ideas are how we think as producers. Mott Hotep gives Brad credit directly, saying, "I learned that first from you." They don't just agree with him, they're actively partnering with him. I think this quote from Frank Greenfield says it all. You know, we've got plenty of songwriters, we have technicians. What the industry needs from a vocalist is for them to be an artist, someone who is coachable, who is a collaborator, and who brings that raw, undeniable emotion to the music. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. When you practice, what are you really doing? Are you just practicing to be a good singer, hitting all the right notes? Or are you preparing to be a great artist? Someone who can connect, collaborate, and create something that truly moves people? The choice is yours.